Guys, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to install a microwave today and some venting for the microwave. You know? So, there you go. And between this 30 inches, the microwave, so I can know where to mark on the wall. Put my measuring tape right down the bottom. Alright. And then you kind of eyeball it right there. It's kind of like a hair under 16.5. So I usually go 16.5 with another 1/16 of an inch. With my Sharpie. Get my Sharpie out, or my Milwaukee Sharpie. You know, my own piece of heaven. Nicely, mark 2 lines. You want to make sure you get it nice. Alright. And you also want to mark your center, which somebody already marked it. It's kind of off, so I'm going to redo it. I got their center, that's right there. So my marking there. All the way to the top. This one is flat, so you don't have to worry about any ridge or adjusting your measurement. Okay? Alright, so get the level. I have a magnetic level, so I kind of do it like that, and then I eyeball the center with the lines, and I kind of barely cover the lines. Damn cabinet's kind of unlevel itself. Drop it down a little bit. I'll show you. See how you can barely see it? Nice level, straight in the center. Grab a few screws, start jamming them in. It's a one-handed operation, especially when you're by yourself. So I recommend using gloves. Helps with the grip. Keeps you from getting any cuts from this metal tin. There. Alright, I usually start knocking. Should be one right there, hopefully. That one was pretty nice. Put it right here. Oh, nice impact. You already know that's gonna hold the microwave. I'm pretty sure there's one about here, 16 inches. No. Guess there's only one stud in these spots. Alright, now I got it mounted. The previous microwave was older. I mean, it was taller, but they're gonna have some people come paint that up, patch it up. Not a problem. Alrighty. So we're gonna open up this pack that it comes with. And you're gonna get the template. Template. Well, that's the Spanish side. Template has a nice center line on it. And there, I like to use my 5/8 inch paddle bit. From there, I don't tape it up or anything. That's a waste of time to me. So, just hold it up. Use your fingers, hold it up one side. I don't drill all the way through, I just score it. Score the hole that I need. You do that, make sure you don't rip the paper. Hold it up, do it all over again. Same side, same thing. And then I just want to make sure I get the cutout for the exhaust because this cutout looks a little small. So from there, I'm just gonna hold that. Yep. Drag it right there. Look at that. And that already has the hole, so I'm just gonna make it kind of even. Alright. From there, I'm gonna get my beautiful saw saw. So it's a Makita one, cordless. I have been thinking about switching over to Milwaukee, but it's one of those, man, do I want it? Do I need it? No. But hey. Let's just mark it up, make sure it's as straight as possible. Wires and straightness. Just get it and I start going. There's no real start here, I make another one. Too shabby. That's the proper size hole that I need. And then I'm going to also complete the holes that I started. Alright, so this one only requires 2. Yep. Alright. So you're gonna get the bag of screws. 2 main screws. These are the mounting screws on top. I put some washers. And I already placed some up here ready for me to mount. One-man job here. Make sure you get it nice and even. That's what the back bracket is for. And my box. Got my nice Milwaukee box. Fish the cord up. Pull it up. Find the holes. All right. There you go. I hold it up. And get your nice drill. make sure don't start slamming it because they might cross thread and you might break the inside. So start slow. Right, there you have it. Nice installed, but I just need to complete the venting. But let's see how my measurements came out. Let's see. Want to make sure the door doesn't open by itself. Perfect. That's beautiful. See, that's a pristine install right there. Doesn't open by itself. When it opens by itself, like when it just starts throwing the door out by itself, once you open it like this, that's a bad install. So I'm gonna smack you in the face. But this is good. I'm happy. Now let's just get started with the venting. All right, looks nice. Got the hole cut so I can tape it up real nice. Everything's good. Don't worry, I'm gonna clean up after myself. I'm not dirty. What I like to do is, since I'm gonna put the vent boot in, and it's kind of a tight spot, I got my 7-inch up here already. Get some foil tape. Alright. And I put it right behind there in that tight to get spot. Put it right here. Sure. From there. Get my glue. And just barely put it right there. You see that? And then you just kind of fold that tape right onto it. See? That you can't get anything better than that right there. There. Nice little 6-inch pieces for the sides. Layer. Just want to press everything down and make sure there's no gaps, so no air could escape. It's done there. Looking nice, real nice. So you always got to make sure you use a blanket for your stuff. You don't want to damage the cooktop. Alrighty, so there you go. I always leave the plastic on when I'm working up here because I don't want to get it dirty, so I'll peel that off. This, just reused it. That's what they wanted. Works for now. See? Nice level. And they're gonna paint that up so it's gonna look nice and clean. But that's how you really do it. It's nice and sturdy. You gotta make sure you got the screws up there. Nice venting. It's probably gonna blow out, so we're gonna test it out. Cancel. No, that's working. That's good. That's good. I feel no air escaping. I did a good job. Customer's gonna be real happy.